Hi, welcome to the first place cross heart deck list video. I know it's been a minute, just been really busy with life and stuff, but we actually moved, so we're going to be producing a lot more videos for you. We got a bunch more deck lists coming up before the new format actually, so keep an eye out for that, but let's just jump right into it. For the eggs, we just have the 4 Pikmon, just standard cross heart stuff. It's better, I don't know, I'm thinking about it, but it does for the EX6 list is at least the when attacking tuck something under your tamer is really important. There's been a few times where I didn't have like the Starmons under my tamer because I didn't have the starter main ones, so I could just like attack and then tuck that with this. It just helps. So definitely a good egg. I don't know if it's better than the yellow one, but for EX6 I do think it is the preferred one. Next one, we have the king himself, Shoutmon. Best rookie in the deck. You're wanting to get into him really early so you can high roll, and luckily RNG gods give you a tamer. That would be the dream. It happens quite a lot, but sometimes it doesn't happen, which is frustrating. Second, there's one other rookie, but this is like your secondary rookie for sure. Just good for clearing bodies and searching, because you can clear floodgates sometimes, and that's really nice. Because it gains collision and heritable. So you can digivolve when attacking. It can digivolve into a raptor sparrow without paying the cost. So you get to draw for digi, and then there's some searching that goes on. We'll get to that. But you do get collision and heritable, so that does come up a lot. We have the worst card in the deck, Starmon. It's not great. I honestly think I should replace it with something, but it's part of the team, so we'll see. I definitely think he might be going after BT20. And then we have 3 Raptor Sparrowmons. Okay, this card lets you search when digivolving. You can reveal the top 3, add 1 card with Cross Heart and Blue Flare trait among them to your hand. It's actually very important. It has Blue Flare. It helps you search out your Zeke Greymon, which it gets bot decked a lot, honestly, because most of the cards don't grab Blue Flare, but this is one of them that does, and that's on play as well. Collision and heritable. Then we have 3 Shooting Starmon. This card's probably the second most important card in the whole deck to make it all work. You have to have him under your tamer to get the full combo off, and if you don't get him out, you won't have an alliance target unless you have something on field. So this card is very important to make sure you get your full combo. He has effect is this card is also treated as Shoutmon for Digicross. When any of your Cross Heart trait Digimon are played, including himself, until the end of your opponent's turn, give one of their Digimon security -1 and 3,000. It's actually really good effect because it's all turns, and then on deletion it just can save anything from trash, or you can place from hand under tamer. But until the end of your opponent's turn is very important. It actually came up a lot fighting when you have to fight Leviamon or Gallantmon. That comes up. It's really important. Definitely a 3 of. 4 is too much, but 3 is just perfect. For the level 5s, we have Omni Shoutmon. I should have read the little Shoutmon's effect actually. So when he's played on play, I can digivolve into an Omni Shoutmon from under your tamers without paying the cost. So if you load this under your tamer and just hard play that Shoutmon for 4, you can get into a level 5, and his effect is one of your opponent's Digimon get -3,000 DP for the turn, and then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3,000 or less. So that's like the main floodgate killer of the deck, is just hard playing the Shoutmon and going straight into the Omni Shout, or you can just win Digivolve from the level 4s. But either way, or his on play even works. It's actually really good. But it's your main floodgate killer for the deck, and if you pair it with the Shooting Starmon, you can hit higher targets. There's a lot of DP neg in this deck, so it's pretty good. Russian Heritable, can't complain. Then we have, and you run him at 4 because he is the main floodgate killer with the little Shoutmon. Yeah, fucking Pomu and Gazi is a problem. So we have 3 Ballistamon, Alistair, Allure Ballistamon. Ugh, can't talk. This card is also traded as Ballistamon for a Digicross. On play, when Digivolving until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your Digimon can't be returned to the hand or deck by your opponent's effect, and it gets 3000 DP. And then on deletion, it can save anything from trash, or you can place from hand. All level 5s have that effect. Yeah, you mostly just use this for the blocker and Heritable. There's not another Allure Ballistamon for the EX6, so this is pretty much what we have. It does come up sometimes in certain matchups, but mostly for the blocker ability, or like you can use it to cycle and gain more cards. And then we have 3 Jaeger Darulumon. This card is great. It actually won me a match versus a Gallantmon player. My brother was playing Gallantmon, actually. Anyway, I actually ended up with 10 memory, some shenanigans, but I hard dropped this, stunned his Crimson mode, hard dropped another one, stunned his other Crimson mode, and he was just locked out for the whole turn. But I'll read his effect. He's also treated as a Darulumon for a Digicross. On play, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, until the end of their turn, one of their Digimon can't activate when Digivolving effects or unsuspend. Inherit is piercing. This card is just immaculate. No complaints. Definitely a 3 of. Then we have to the level 6s. 3 Zeke Greymons. I was running 2, but honestly, he gets bot decked a lot. Like, I think it's just the Sparrowmon that can search him now. We don't run the EX3 in this anymore. But yeah, so I run 3. I think he's really good. Obviously, you have to have him, and I think he's better than the old one. So his effects is on play, when Digivolving, D-Digi2 one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has 2 or more Digimon, return one of their level 4 or lower to the hand. It actually, you can get this effect off in a few ways. On deletion, you may play a Blue Flare or Cross Heart trait Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less from under your tamer without paying the cost, and then save. That also comes up, and the main one you're going to want to hit with that is the Shoutmon, because then you can automatically Digivolve into the Omni Shoutmon, and he'll have Rush, because this has a Russian Heritable. So that does come up. Oh, and Inheritable is 2000 DP. You know, it's pretty good. It does matter, but it's not like the best. I wish there was another one, another better Inheritable. But for the boss monster and best card we've gotten in a long time, Shoutmon EX6, the big boy himself. On play, it has Alliance, Reboot, Material Save 4, Digicrosses from Omni Shout, Zeeg, Atler Ballistamon, Jaeger Darulu, and Raptor Sparrowmon. On play, for each color in this Digivolution card, all of your opponent's Digimon get minus 1000 DP for the turn. Then you may play a Shooting Starmon from under your tamer without paying the cost. When attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much DP or as less DP as this Digimon. With as much or less DP as this Digimon. This is like the best card in the deck. Well, best Digimon in the deck. Your boss monster, you can get it out for 1 cost. if you have all the pieces, which is amazing. But sometimes with Crossheart, especially with the new set, but we'll talk about that later. Sometimes if you want to like memory choke your opponent, you can choose to leave out some inheritables, some of the pieces, so you can just like leave them on one. The deck is really flexible like that. If you can't end them that turn, but you want to board wipe them, you could do that. This thing deals massive damage though, because you get to play out your Starmon. This will have rush, reboot, 2000 DP, piercing, collision, blocker, and when you attack, you can alliance. So he most of the time, if you have all the pieces, he's swinging for 19,000 2 checks, and he'll be negging. If you used all the pieces, he'll be negging 6k across the board for the turn, and then Shoutmon, the shooting star, will play himself to neg another 3k. So you can really just like decimate fields and get you get a lot of overflow if there's aces, or you can just take out the bodies before they ace. Really good card, and you're pretty much constantly searching for it. You need to have this in your hand. It's like the only level 6 you really go into. So yeah, definitely good card. Then on to the level 7s. There are a few. We'll use the 2 Chaosmon Volder Arms. Yeah, there's 2 because, like, honestly, you'll be bot decking this. You have to hard draw this or you won't get it. But it is a good security. I mean, 15,000, that has come up. And he attacked with an ace and I got overflow with it. But that does come up. He has a pretty great effect. It's DNA Digivolve. You're never going to be doing that. You're just going to be Digivolving on the EX6. When Digivolving, for each of this Digimon's level 6 cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers and gain 1 memory. Then none of their Digimon or Tamers can activate on-play effects or unsuspend until the end of their turn. So if you Digi on this, it's going to have the Z Greymon, which is a level 6, so you're going to get back 2 memory. So you'll be Digiing for 3, essentially. And then it has security +1 and partition. The partition does come up because it partitions yellow and black. Shoutmon is yellow and black, but Z Greymon is black and blue. So you can actually partition into them. I'll show you something else later with that. So you get his on-play DDG2, and you get his on-play for each of your sources under neg 1k. But you also get to play out a shooting Starmon. So you get 3 bodies if they blow this up, essentially, if you have the Starmon underneath. But yeah, great top ender, great against red, purple, Royal Knights. It's just overall, this card is like what we need to have. It's great. Let's put those away. Definitely running 2 of, because most of the time you're either bot decking it or hard drawing it. So yeah. You just gotta get lucky. And for the last level 7, we got Shine Greymon Burst Mode Ace. It's a long name. This card is really good, actually. It was the level 7 I chose to play instead of Shadow Seraphi Ace. I just feel like it's better to nuke a body. You don't get... let me read it. So on play, when Digivolving, you may play 1 Tamer card from your hand without paying the cost. Then one of your opponent's Digimon get minus 5k for the turn for each of your Tamers. When attacking, suspend up to 2 of your yellow Tamers. This Digimon gains security +1. That will not matter. The second effect won't matter until we get the new Taiki. I believe he's yellow. Don't quote me. Gotta double look. But anyway, yeah, I've negged like 30,000 with this thing, and he can blast Evo on the EX6 because he's yellow. And most people honestly don't suspect Cross to have an ace, so I just think it's funny. Sometimes they'll like swing for game, and I'll have that sitting and waiting to neg them like 30,000. But yeah, and you get a Tamer out, which is usually the well, depends, but you always want to get them triple Tamers out for more recursion. But yeah, we run a 1 of. He was at 2, but it was the deck is way more consistent now. So we have we're going to move on to the tamers. We have the General Taiki Kudo. This card is essential. It pretty much makes Crossheart. Let me read his effect. So for 3 cost, on play, reveal top 4, add 1 card with the Crossheart trait among them to your hand and place 1 Digimon card with the Crossheart trait among them under this tamer. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Your turn, when you would play a Digimon Cross, Digicross requirements, suspend this tamer. You may place cards from under your tamer as Digivolution cards for the cross. So yeah, you pretty much have to have this card out, or the other tamers, but this is your searcher, your main searcher, and it's important to note that it says one card with Crossheart, so you can grab some option cards and stuff. We'll get to that, but it's just very important. This card is so flexible. It's amazing. We have the one of memory setter Taiki Kudo. Let's see. So if you have 2 or less memory, set it to 3. All turns. It's really important to note that it's all turns. When any of your Crossheart trait Digimon would be played with Digicross requirements, you can suspend this tamer to use cards from under your tamers for the cross. So when you partition, if they like blow up your stack, let's see. So they blow up the Volderarm, and then you partition. These on plays, if it's their turn, this isn't all turns. So you can Digicross, technically, because it's all turns, so you can get the inheritable effects. So if you have a Atler Ballistamon, you could give this blocker. As soon as it comes out, you could give it the DP from the Z Greymon. Yeah, so this card actually, that does come up sometimes. It is important to note that that is an all turns, and that is something you can do. Then we have the probably second most important tamer of the deck. Well, I don't know. That's debatable. But Taiki Kiriha Nene. Starting your main by placing 1 Digimon card with the Crossheart or Blue Flare trait under this tamer, gain 1 memory and draw 1. Your turn, when you would play a Digimon card with Crossheart or Digicross requirements, by suspending this tamer, you may place cards from under your tamers as the Digivolution cards for the Digicross. It's really important, more so than ever now, because start of main, you obviously gain the memory and draw, but it's important to have cards underneath your tamers for effects in this deck. For example, this card, Omni Shoutmon, has to be under a tamer for you to play the Shoutmon and Digivolve. So this card has to be under tamer. The Raptor Sparrowmon, the Sparrowmon and Raptor Sparrowmon, you can tuck the, where is it? You can tuck the Raptor Sparrowmon at the start of turn, swing, and then win Digivolve into that. So it's that, and then you also always want to have your Starmons under your tamers, your shooting Starmon. You always want to have that under your tamers. Very important. This card has just gotten much better. It does get replaced by the new Taiki in BT21, but for the meantime, this is the sauce. Then we'll move on to options. We have the 3 Sepia memory boosts. It's actually really funny, Crossheart has a memory boost now that works. Let me read it. It says yellow also meets this card's color requirements, so the Shooting Star, the Omni Shoutmon, the EX6, the regular Shoutmon, all activate that. So main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 black or yellow Digimon card among them to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of the deck, and then delay, gain 2 memory. It's important to note that every Crossheart is either black or yellow. That's red, yellow, black, black, blue. Well, that's the same card. Black, blue, green, yellow, black, green, yellow, red. You can just grab anything in the deck, and you can even grab Volderarm because he's yellow. And then for the last, and probably the most busted card in the whole deck, Meteor Rock Soul. This card is ridiculous. Ridiculously good. It pretty much wins you every game. This is your finisher for the most part. 1 second. Okay, sorry. So main, activate one of the effects below. You may play one cross-heart trait Digimon with 4,000 DP or less from under your tamer without paying the cost. So this actually comes up with the Shoutmon. For 3 memory, you can play out Shoutmon. Ugh, the cards are all messed up. So for 3 memory, you can play out Shoutmon, and then you can Digivolve into the Omni Shoutmon. This is how you can clutch games sometimes. So you play out this, and then you Digivolve for free into that, and then this immediately has Rush. So you can 3-cost Rush somebody if you have the pieces. That has come up quite a few times. But it also has a second effect. Let's see. By suspending one of your EX6, Shoutmon EX6, and one of your Shooting Starmon, one of your Digimon may attack a player. So, like, you can get, like, 6 damage in 1 turn with this deck. If you have the memory. If you have multiple of these in hand, and you don't, like, when you don't go over memory when you activate that, you can just activate it again. And then the when attacking of the EX6 is not once per turn. You can, as long as you can keep attacking, you can keep blowing up things. So, like, I've killed multiple ace monsters and then got memory back and then activated 2 of these in 1 turn and dealt like 6 damage. So, yeah, and it's 3 costs, so it's not even like heavy, so you can actually choke your opponent sometimes with that. Yeah, busted. It's such a good card. But that will wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want, I can make a combo video. Let me know down below. We probably release some gameplay video, me versus my brother, who also has a deck list coming out soon. Hunter, what's the deck list you're going to do? Give me a little sneak peek. Zafaga, first place winner. How did he beat me? You'll find out when he makes that video. But, bastard. Alright, have a good day. We will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.